Now, Sika, we actually have a caller from the 650 who has a question for you. Caller from the 650, you're on the air with Wild Samoan Sika. Go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, guys, it's KZ from Rubber Guard Radio, calling from the Bay Area. You know, when most people mention the Wild Samoans, I think WWF. Not me. I think San Francisco. Can you, Sika, break down, you know, basically, growing up and spending quite a bit of time in the San Francisco area, and then you and your brother and fellow Samoans wreaking havoc at the Cow Palace? And thanks for taking my call, JT.
Yeah. That's my home. You know, that's the second home from the island, and we raised up in Hunters Point, and it's rough on that area. And then we move up in Dublin, around that area there, close to Sunnyvale. So, you know, life there during the '60s, you know, is rough life. That was the style them days, and the young people them days is different, and you know but we were still working people, working generation that we work because we always help our folks, and we take care of our elders and our people, and that was the life that we brought in. But as far as street life, we went through all that, and I love San Francisco. I don't trade San Francisco for any other, you know, places. I found where I am today is kind of close, like in the island, but the Bay is my home.
Now, when you came back to the WWF as a singles wrestler, you were managed by King Curtis. What are your memories of him? Great man, great hero. Another, I'm glad you mentioned that. You know, the King Curtis is a type of true island hero, like Peter Maivia. Peter Maivia sings, King Curtis same way. All us island people, he knows they're happy people. And King is one of the best that I ran in, you know, in Honolulu. I never stayed in Honolulu that long, just a couple hours before we came in the United States. But yes, I'm glad you say that. He's a good man. God bless him. Now, one of the classic moments in wrestling was the Wild Samoans versus Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas, where they won the tag team titles. Being that they were the first African Americans to win a major wrestling tag team title, what are your memories of that monumental moment? Well, you know, I played that on my manager Lou. You know, God bless his heart, that I never wanted to see him take up without us. But Lou made a mistake there, and I wound up with the chair. But there's another team there's a lot of teams that came our way that we look at it that we could have go around the world, but as you know, them days we didn't have that chance to go around the world like today is, that the McMahon goes all over the world nowadays. So, you know, but even in the Road Warrior, there's another team I always like to meet up with them and wrestle them, because when they came in town on the world of wrestling in the South, we were just coming in, building ourselves up, and fought hard in there for our fan and our friend. And that's another team that I wish that we had a chance to run with them, you know, for any belt, you know. So now I got to ask you got to wrestle Hulk Hogan in the main event on the 1987 edition of Saturday Night's Main Event. What are your memories of that match? It was a good match. I did my job. I did my work, and Hulk Hogan, well, he is a man. He is a giant them days. So I have to do what I have to do. But he's a strong person. He takes care of himself. And he is truly the people's fan. People likes him, and they did hold him right up where he's supposed to be at. And they hold us where they want us to be. But Terry is a good wrestler. Yes.
Okay. Now you also, this is another question that comes from Jason Ola in the chat room. You also briefly teamed with Kamala. Do you have any memories of that time?
Kamala. My brother Kamala. Yes. Yeah, I was very proud to team up with Kamala in that little time that we was in the WE them days. He's a good man, great wrestler, a kind person, and he's just like the rest of us that we're good, but leave the other side alone. But we're good people. I like Kamala. He's a good person, and God bless him.
Okay, now can you talk briefly about the late Rodney Anawai, better known to fans as Yokozuna?
Yeah, Rodney's my nephew. I love that man, and Rodney came to me, want to change his life, and Rodney was one of the few kids that put up with the way that I teach. And it was painful to him, but it was a good thing. Good. When I finished with Ronnie was ready. He was ready to wrestle anyone, go anywhere, and handle himself like a man, and they put him right up there where he was, and sent him to Japan and got more beating over there, and came back in the WE. He was ready to take care of business.
Okay, now I actually have a question from our chat room from listener who goes by the name of Marksy, and he wants to know if you have any advice for young guys trying to break into the business today.
Yes, yeah, I advise them young person to stay away from anything that hurts your body. Go to the gym and build your body up and work hard at it, and you can see yourself, you're ready, and then do your homework to study who is being in wrestling, what's their background, and then you go. Don't just because somebody's in there wrestling for 1 month and you like them, and then no, you need to go do your homework to study. And there's a lot of family amateur background and guys that's been in the business a long time and their families in there. Those are the people that I think you need to get in there, and they will help you.
Now, we also had another question. He just wanted to know if you had any thoughts on John Rambo from NWL in Hagerstown, Maryland. Are you familiar with him?
John who? Rambo?
John Rambo from the NWL in Hagerstown, Maryland.
I don't. These are young people, though. I don't think Is he with the WE?
No, I think he's an independent worker right now. JT's telling me he was an enhancement talent once upon a time in the WWF.
Well, great. If he made it up there, that it is good. I think they take a lot of young, good kids nowadays, and respectable kids, and
Okay, now we actually have a caller on the line, so caller, go ahead.
It's Canadian Mad Max from Canada. Just wondering, Sika, what's some memories you have of wrestling in Stampede Wrestling in Calgary?
Well, Stu Hart, and his boys and his
kids, an amateur background. That family's real good on that amateur background there. And there's and like I said, guys from Japan comes over there, and these are young people. They come in there, and they're good amateur too. So there's a lot of amateur people coming to the Stewart family, and that's where we pick our stuff up.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you for calling, sir.
Okay, bro.
Now, Sika, going back to the to what we were talking about a few minutes ago with Dwayne Johnson, Rocky Johnson, and Tony Atlas. Jay Samoa actually asked me wanted to ask you a question, and it was that a lot of stories told a lot of dissension between those two. And you want to know if you knew if it was like an ego thing that broke them up, just being that you are close to Rocky Johnson, being in the family and things like that.
No, I don't. I don't really know what's going on as far as the team. I don't even think the team was broken up. I think I left before that happened. No, we don't get involved in that kind of stuff. I don't even know. I didn't even know they're broken up.
Okay, now wrestling is pretty much your family business. How did what was the atmosphere there once The Rock left wrestling and went into the Hollywood movie making business?
I'm proud. Mission complete. This is a kid that came in. He came a hard way. He didn't just Rocky didn't just a cold spoon just handed to him. No, he's not. All these kids, they come in, they work hard, and they get beat down, and they get in there. Rocky knew where he was going, knew where he was coming from, and he worked hard for his life and his dream, and he came through, and that's not act to me. That's all shoot to me, the way Rocky is, and that's real. That's not any fake about that kid's life. All these kids that came in my family, man, we don't have nothing, but our work is just all we have, and our talents.
Okay, now, do you have any memories of the late Eddie Fatu that you'd like to share with our audience? He was known to fans as Umaga.
There's another one. There's another talent that came in our life, and I knew that kid was going to be good in wrestling because I went back in the island. He didn't do that well back there because he was born here. And so work your way down to Florida, and then we'll put you in the ring and see how tough you are. And he did. It took him 4 years to make it to Pensacola, Florida, but he did. And we went on in there, worked with him, and he was just a natural, strong kid that had no fear. And that's the way he was. He loved people. He likes to work in front of people. Eki will hurt himself just to make sure that you go home happy. All of us operate like that. We don't mind cripple ourselves just to make somebody laugh or make somebody happy and make us feel like that our job is done right. And that's all these kids are like that.